Hi, it's me again with Corel Draw Tips and Tricks. Somebody sent me this file, and they're trying to do it. They have a epilogue 24 by 12 or 12 by 24, and they're saying it takes forever to run. Well, first of all, this is a power clip, which is I don't like. And then I asked him some speeds and everything, and he sent me a picture of his test. And I was kind of almost certain this is what was wrong. He's raspering the square. So this whole thing, instead of just the laser engraving this and this and this, it's having to go all the way across the whole 12 by 12 square. You might as well be engraving the entire box. So we need to fix that. And this is one reason I don't like Power Clip. And if we go to extract contact, one, you get that box, and I might make two videos on this. And one, he's going to cut it out like 3/4 inch aromatic cedar. So I don't know if he's going to cut this line or it's going to be square. If the sign's going to be square, it's going to be a round circle. So I'm just going to kind of start over, basically, and do it the way I would do it. So these squares are 12 by 12. So I'm going to make a 12 by 12 square. I am going to make it a hairline, and I am going to make it red. And I'm going to make sure it's 12 by 12, so I'm going to lock my ratio. And this is a lot more than he asked. And I'm going to put it right there. Then I'm going to put my nudge factor on 12 inches. Well, he's already got it on 12. So I'm going to make a duplicate. And then I can grab these and make a duplicate. I'm just hitting the plus key. So now we have 9 boxes. And we're going to go ahead and go to Object and Group and ungroup this. And you know what I'm going to do first? I'm going to group it back, and I'm going to hit P, put it in the center of the page. And, well, let's do this. Let's move this out of the way. Let's group our boxes for a second. Control G, and then I'm going to hit P, put them in the center of the page. And then I can put this in the center of the page, and that's what evidently we want. So now I'm going to set my nudge factor on, well, this would be 36. I'm going to set my nudge factor on 38, and I'm going to move this thing out of the way. Well, that's what I was afraid of. I got the box, so I can now get that, and then get the box and move it over and back. Now, when he's done doing this, he's going to want to put each tile in the top left corner. So we're going to take this in View, Object, Group, and ungroup it. And we're just going to kind of look at some of these things. Now, it's grabbing the circle. So I'm going to go ahead and move the circle over there, and I'm going to make it red and make sure it's a hairline. So you can raster that line. If you cut your tile 12 by 12, they got to be pretty. I mean, he did say the sign's going to be up tall and doesn't have to be perfect, but make sure your tile are 12 by 12, and I'm pretty sure your epilogue has a red dot pointer, and kind of leave your lid open and make sure you do that. But let's look at this now. Let's go to Object, Group, and ungroup the lake. This has nothing to do with his problem. His problem, I'm pretty sure, with these squares. But if we look at this thing under wireframe, there are some hidden lines. It's not going to make a difference, but we're going to go ahead and fix it. And we're going to, because when I was first looking at this, I was thinking this could be the problem. Now I'm going to go to Object, break the curve apart. Now I'm going to get rid of these lines. And I've done several videos on this. They're really too trained to thought. Use the pick tool, but you got to be right on the line and make sure you get on the line. You don't want to, well, if you delete your lake like that, you can tell that you've got more than that line. And of course, once again, I'm doing more than he asked, but he's a woodworker. He actually talked about using biscuits to join them together. And I'm a woodworker, so I understand this a little bit more than a lot of people. But get rid of these lines. Now, these little interior islands in the lake are most likely going to burn away. See, there's a little bitty line right there. Almost got rid of all the lines. So we could do two things. I'm thinking these little islands are going to burn away. So what we can do to get this, it's all one continuous graphic. I'm going to go now, I'm going to view it in Enhance. And see right there, I see a little bit of it's just a small part of the lake. So I'm going to take this and I'm going to left click, right click, and I'm going to take I don't even have to do that now that we got rid of the lines. I'm going to just use the Smart Fill tool. I'm going to use blue right now to fill that in and then move it over. And it doesn't, we did get it all. Now I'm going to go ahead and make it black. And I'm going to nudge this back over to there. I'm not going to really pay too much attention in the text. There's no hairline. Now, this is going to be a little, and also we need to make these things RGB. It'll make it a blacker black. So I've got an RGB palette. Now, this might be a little bit off because I'm actually thinking I'm missing the font, but you see it's CMYK. So I'm just going to left click and make it RGB. You're going to get a blacker black. Now let's move that over. You know what we're going to do? We're going to try this. We're going to group this together, Control G. And I'm going to get rid of the circle for just a second. Well, easier said than done. And here's what I'm going to do instead of power clipping. So I'm going to put that back in the center of the page. I'm going to ungroup my box, and I'm not 100% sure this works, but I'm going to grab our graphic and grab that box, and I'm going to go intersect. And there's what we have. Now we can make it black here in just a second and take away the outline. So I'm going to take the graphic again, hit that box and hit intersect. And I don't know why intersect does that, but I'm left clicking and right clicking. So these, well, we need this box. So the whole graphic, that box, and this might be a good one to have a hotkey for intersect. So this square doesn't need to be done. So we're going to grab our graphic, shift select that other box. Can't hardly tell it did select it because of the fact that it's but take away the outline. So we're going to grab our graphic, shift select our box, intersect, move that over, fill it with black, take away the outline. See, it might be a little bit off from what you're doing because I didn't have this font, so it might have shifted it. So let's grab the graphic and this box and intersect, and then we'll fill in with black and take away the outline. Make sure you take away the outline. Shift select this box, intersect, fill it in with black, take away the outline. So there you have it. And what you can do now is take your graphic, and this is what I would do. Now, this is the first square. I'd go ahead and group this together, Control G. This is our second square. See, I'm nudging. So I'm going to select that and group it together, or Control G. Here's that one, nudge it over. Select both of them, Control G. Select that, move it over, shift select that box, Control G. And he probably knows how to do this, but I'm going to move this over, shift select that, Control G. Get this little bit of the lake part. Well, maybe that's all in one piece. So I'm going to get the graphic, shift select the box, Control G, grab the graphic, shift select the box, and hit Control G. Now what you have is these different tile that are all linked together. So now you can move them out of the way, and this is just a suggestion, but use your red dot pointer and put this to the top left of your, well, let's make his laser bed. I think he said it was 24 by 12. So he's using every square inch of the width of the bed. As a matter of fact, you could maybe do 2 at a time. It's not going to help you speed-wise. I'd almost do them all at one at a time, and then just move that out of the way and put that there. Run it. Take this one, and there's actually a hotkey, and I don't know if I have it even still set up. I haven't used it in a while. That'll put it to the top left corner. And then like this one, you don't need to run. This one, you don't need to run. You're probably going to have to on this because of the fact that my font didn't match your font. But just make sure, and I would do it every time. I'm pretty sure your laser has a red dot pointer. Go around, and this is going to be so fine. I have little cut out pieces of plywood, and I put them. I'm having a little trouble moving it. I put them right here, and then you won't have to, because your laser is not going to fire on that line. It's not going to fire on that line. It's only going to fire on this line. This way, you just know that it's like cut, measure twice, cut once type deal. But I think that'll solve his problem, because I shouldn't say I hate power clips, but you can't, there's a power clip box, and, I've still got my graphic, I've still got all my tile, and I think the intersect tool does a better job. Anyway, I hope that answered his question, but I really think that the whole running the time was because it was running that entire box. And now, like on this cube, it's going to only run that. If you were running it and this was a raster line, you're going to be running all of that blue. And that takes a lot of time. This, should only take like a minute. That's, this is going to be your biggie. That's going to be your biggie. That's not going to take much time, that much time. Anyway, so give that a try and let me know. I'd appreciate a picture of it after you get it done. And I hope that helped. Thank you for watching.